Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have an exciting video. It's probably going to be a little bit longer. It's a Sephora collection versus Ulta collection. I don't think I've ever done a video like this. I don't think. If I have, we're updating it. I worked really hard to get very similar products in each category. So we have a mattifying primer, we have a mattifying foundation in each category. We're really gonna try and test out who has the better product in each category for the price point. But we have a lot to go over in this video. I hope you guys are excited. If you have a favorite product from each collection or one or the other, definitely let me know down below in the comments. I would love to try out different things. If you are interested in this video and seeing how these products perform, keep watching. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave and hit that post notification bell so you're notified every time I upload. I've been uploading more on here, so I hope you guys are enjoying it. Yeah, let's just go ahead and hop on into it. Obviously, the first major difference was the price point. The second thing, we're gonna do point systems here. We're gonna give points to each side, to Sephora, ding ding ding, and Ulta. Ding, ding, ding. 1 point for Ulta for being more affordable, right? Another point for Ulta for having the best point system ever, where a point equals $1. So I highly recommend signing up for the Ulta points. When you go to Ulta, do not skip out on them. You do not need a credit card, either these places, to get the points. But $1 equals a point at Ulta. You can use that as cash on future purchases, which has been amazing. I've saved so much money doing that with Ulta. And if I have to choose between Sephora or Ulta, if the product's at Ulta, I'm gonna go to Ulta so I can get the points. Sephora's point system is kind of a joke. I mean, you can get a point for each dollar, but 500 points gets you like 5 sample sizes of product. You could go get the full sizes of those products, more than likely, all 5 of them for under $200. More than likely. So just keep that in mind when it comes to point systems. So 2 points Ulta, 0 points Sephora. I'm sorry, but I do love Sephora. Ulta is the winner right now. In the beginning. This side will be Ulta, this side will be Sephora. So let's start with primers. For the Sephora side, we have the Mattify and Refine primer that controls shine for up to 10 hours. Has witch hazel and white tea extracts. This is what it looks like. I think the packaging is super cute. This was $15, and then for the Ulta side, which was more expensive, is the Mattifying Face Primer, no mineral oil, paraben free, controls shine and blurs pores. This one was $18, so we have $18 and $15. We're gonna go ahead and apply those to my face. I also got a blurring primer for each side because I don't necessarily feel like a lot of mattifying primers work too well at blurring out pores, so we're going to do that as well. This is a very silky product, like silicone, which I don't love that, to be honest with you. I don't love like silicone primers. This says special mattifying powders blur pores. I give it that. And reduce shine to create a soft focus effect. Salicylic acid and vitamin E to clear, smooth, and moisturize skin. Creates the perfect base to extend the wear of makeup. And then for the Sephora, it says the gel cream primer mattifies skin and controls shine for up to 10 hours. Sets to a lightweight powder finish that preps skin with a comfortable grip. Enriched with witch hazel extract known to refine the look of pores. And white tea extract known to protect the skin from environmental factors. I think that's cool. I definitely think this side looks a bit smoother already, for sure. I love the packaging of this one though. When it comes to packaging, Sephora collection, you get a point. Because they do have the better packaging in my opinion. Ooh, this is interesting. It's kind of like a lotion. Just do a little bit there. I definitely pulled too much out of that too. It has a little bit of a scent. I don't really know how to describe it. Maybe it's that white tea extract that I'm smelling. It's something, but it smells like food or another. I don't know. It is setting down pretty nicely and it feels really good on the skin. So we'll see how foundations apply on top of it. I am going to apply a little bit of a blurring product as well to each side. So for Ulta, this is the Ulta Blur Stick Mattifying Face Primer. So I'm just going to target this in my cheeks where I have the largest pores. You don't have to use both of these since both of them say that they blur pores, but what's the fun in that for today's video? So it just looks like this. It's a little stick. This one from Ulta was $18. And then you have the Sephora Collection Beauty Amplifier Pore Primer for $14. Kind of that same idea, a stick form where you can just pop this into the areas where you have the largest pores. Has a little bit of a tint, whereas the Ulta one does not. And we'll just focus this right in our pores. See if we see a difference. I mean, if not, you know, it's no big deal because we just did apply a different primer. Definitely has like a little bit of slip to it. I'm probably not gonna be able to really tell, to be honest, since the other ones were pretty good. I feel like the Sephora one has less slip than the Ulta for sure. Getting to the exciting stuff, we're gonna talk about foundations. So for the Sephora side, we have the 10-Hour Wear Perfection foundation. This was $20. It's oil-free. I think I've tried this before. Long time ago. Been a really long time since I've really tried out a lot of Sephora collection stuff. Medium coverage, buildable, paraben-free, fragrance-free, formulated without mineral oil. And then for the Ulta side, we have the Ulta Beauty Velvet Matte Full Coverage Foundation 12-Hour Wear. These were $16 a pop. I got 2 colors because I seriously did not know what color to get on Ulta. I think I have a harder time picking colors on Ulta than I do Sephora, to be honest with you. For this foundation, it says it's also formulated without oil, clinically proven 12-hour full coverage. So this one's supposed to be medium, this one's supposed to be full. It's a creamy velvety texture that provides full coverage with a natural matte finish packed with moisturizing or moisture-loving ingredients. There's no need to worry about dry or flaky skin. If I'm basing off of what I'm more excited about, I have to go with Ulta for now, but we're gonna see what this looks like. A lot of oil coming out in these Ulta ones. Like, I don't, look at that. What is going on? So packaging wise, Sephora definitely gets a point for this one. I can't really give a point for the primers because they both kind of feel the same, so we'll see how the actual foundation looks on top of them. But I do like the packaging of Sephora better. It's a glass bottle. You do have a pump. So I'm going to apply with my sponge. Let's apply the Sephora side first. This color is in medium, and I have medium neutral in the Ulta one, which looks a little bit more warm on this palette. So we'll see. That was a lot of foundation that I just plopped on there. So I'm going to blend this out. Didn't this say medium coverage? That looks like full coverage to me. Yeah, medium buildable coverage. We'll just apply this. It feels really good on the skin. It doesn't feel heavy at all. And I like the color. The color medium is nice. I'm gonna just build it right in this cheek area on my lip. Applied really well. And it looks really good. I like it so far. If you want to see it like a before and after. I like that so far. I'm going to take the other end of my sponge with the Ulta product, which is pretty thick, and we're going to apply this one. Yeah, the color of this one does not look very promising, but we're gonna work with what we got here. Oh my. Oh my. I have the hardest time on Ulta with their shades. Oh my. This is orange. But let's hope we can work this out with some concealer maybe? I don't know. Yeah, let's go ahead and look at that difference right there in the color tones. For medium, I mean, Ulta. No, what is this? This is orange. Literally just straight up orange. This is medium neutral, is it not? Yeah, medium neutral. Baby, this is not neutral. See, I can't go through my day like this. It does have good coverage, but the shade range is just not it. Let me look. They have 26 different colors. That's medium neutral on the website. In person, and I'm sure you're seeing it on camera, this is like super duper warm and orange. Well, we're just gonna have to merge these two and hope that they become friends. But coverage wise, I would say I do like the coverage of the Ulta side. Clearly don't like the shade of this one. And then the other one I have is definitely not gonna work. I need to blend this out with like a little bit of the Sephora side because this is just orange. I do feel like you get more coverage out of the Ulta side than you do the Sephora side. It's just the shade. I do feel like they're pretty comfortable on the skin. Both of them are. So I think I prefer the formula of the Ulta one better, but I definitely prefer the color of the Sephora one better. A point and a point. All right, let's get into concealer and hope that we can blend some of this out. You know what I'm saying? So we have the full coverage liquid concealer from Ulta in the shade medium neutral again. Oh my. And then we have the Sephora Make No Mistake high coverage concealer. Sephora side first, you do have this little applicator. I don't love the packaging of this. I just am not a big fan of concealers that look like this, because then it's like you have to do more work. You have to get like a brush and spread it out, all of that stuff. You take what you get, right? And then we'll take this Ulta Beauty one with the applicator. I like that concealer color better than I do the foundation, that's for sure. The actual application definitely goes to Ulta, and it looks and feels a little bit better already. So I'm going to first start on this side with the Sephora collection one, then I'll turn the Beauty Blender over and blend out the Ulta. Yeah, this Sephora one feels heavy. Like you need a little bit. And it feels kind of greasy, like oily. Less is more with this one. I made the mistake on that. It is full coverage. I think I'll just have to be here for a second and really work this out. I'm gonna take some on my forehead up here and bring it down my cheek because this is thick. I like it. I like it with the foundation too. I think they look good together. It's not like super heavy, like bringing out my pores, which thank the Lord, that's also probably some of those primers that I put on. It doesn't look terrible. I was a little nervous when I started blending it out and how thick it felt, but it's not bad. I definitely feel like this will crease if you don't set it right away though. So that's something we're about to figure out because I'm about to blend out this side, but it's not terrible. Yeah, like it's not super duper heavy. Like it's not the worst concealer I've ever tried at all. I'm going with the other side and blend out the Ulta. Ooh, yeah, I think I like the Ulta one better. I just like the way it feels a little bit more. It's not as heavy. Doesn't feel as thick and greasy. I like the color of it. Yeah, I prefer the Ulta side right off the bat. Like, I don't know if you guys can really tell on camera, but this side just looks a bit more natural and actually sunk into the skin really well. Like, that was a very quick and easy application. I'm gonna apply a little bit of this on like the center of my face. We're gonna try to make this work. I'm sorry, I gotta take a little bit down here. I gotta handle this color. It just blends like a dream, and I love this color, medium neutral. This is the kind of medium neutral I need. Not the foundation. And so far, I definitely think Ulta is looking a bit smoother than Sephora side is. See, you can start seeing right in there, you see how it's creasing already, and those lines, and like this side already looks a bit older. I can see it right now. Yeah, I like the Ulta one better. Point for Ulta. Let's dive into powders. So for Sephora, we have this translucent vegan loose powder for $15. And then for Ulta, we have the mineral setting powder that was $14. There's Sephora. There's Ulta. Oh, I like this. Okay, so the top of the Ulta one is not as cute as the Sephora, but the actual component has it to where you can close it. So you open it here, then twist it, and it's closed. Do you do that, Sephora, before I give a point? No. So, hey, another point for Ulta because that's good. I don't know. Ooh, I like the shades too. The shades are different. Ulta is definitely a little bit more peach, whereas Sephora is more yellow, which I don't mind either or. Probably can't see it, but this one's definitely more peach. This one's more yellow. I'm going to start with the Sephora side first. Well, set that concealer, girlfriend. Set. Ooh. See, all you need is a really good powder to like come in and just snatch it back up, make you matte, set everything in place. That powder is good so far. I definitely will be using that more. And I like that the yellow is not too much of a brightening yellow. Really mattified the skin well and is saving my under eyes, truly. So far so good. I like that Sephora one. That's super nice. Now I'm gonna go in with the Ulta. Both of them are in translucent. If I'm not mistaken, there was no other colors. So now I'm going in with the Ulta. Ooh, you know what? This is reminding me of, like the texture of it just so far, is reminding me of the Peach Perfect setting powder, which you guys already know I'm obsessed with. Ooh, like look at how smooth that is. I'm so sorry, Sephora, but I think Ulta takes the cake on this one too. That is so smooth. Wow. I'm gonna take this on my nose too. Gotta take it somewhere. Okay, I'm super impressed by that powder. I definitely feel like too, the texture of it's a bit more smooth. I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about. So like this was the side of the Sephora. That's the side of the Ulta. I don't really know if you can kind of tell, but after using so many powders for so many years, you can kind of see that this one isn't as like fine, like finely milled, I guess, as the Ulta. I mean, I do like both, but if I had to pick right now, it would be Ulta's. Another point for Ulta. All right, let's get into some fun stuff. bronzers. I did 2 contour palettes for each side. One of them I have tried before and I know that I like, so that's kind of being biased, but this is the Ulta bronzer contour palette. This is a really great palette. If you're looking for a more affordable one, it's awesome. I did get one from Sephora. I have not tried this one before. It looks really pretty and it's just their contour palette. So I'm gonna open this one up and see what it looks like. Sephora's contour face palette is 20 bucks. Ulta's is 18, so very similar. And the packaging of the Sephora one is definitely a little bit more pleasing. They look very, very similar. Pans are bigger in the Ulta one. So here is a side-by-side of the two. Let's first start with the Sephora side and kind of bronze and contour our face. I'm gonna go in with this Morphe G4 brush, and I'm gonna take the more warm shade in this palette, about as warm as you're gonna get, and I'm going to try to like bronze slash contour. This is definitely not super warm, but it is a contour palette, so you have the ability to kind of customize your shades. So like if you're a makeup artist, you can really customize everything. It's really not bad though. It is very smooth and pigmented, and that's the lighter version of them. And this one definitely has more of a red undertone as well. And I really didn't dip my brush in there that much, but I got a lot of color payoff, like a lot. And now I'm gonna go in with the Ulta one. Like I said, I've used this before and I really like it. The one thing I really like about this palette is you do have a few more warmer shades in here, so you can actually bronze and then contour instead of just being specifically a contour palette and using it in the contour lines. I'm also gonna take this brush though with the Sephora one, and I'm gonna dip it into these two, and I'm gonna put this under my eyes just to see if I can see like a difference. Oh yeah, I think that's pretty. I think that definitely brightened it up a bit. And now for the other side, I'm going to take an IT Cosmetics brush that's really similar to like the Morphe G4. I'm going to mix Warmth Bronze and a tiny bit of Bombshell Bronzer, but mostly Warmth Bronze here. And we're just going to build this up. You see the difference here? So how much more cool tone this is, and then this is like an actual bronze. And then you could go in with something like this and contour. I'm gonna take a little bit of the 2 darkest shades very, very lightly with this brush and contour right in here. I kind of thought I would have a little bit more give with this one, so that's why it's really dark on my cheeks. If I could try it again, I would definitely just contour with it, not try to bronze, because it's definitely more of a just strictly contour palette, not so much warmth to the face. But I thought I could get a little bit more warmth out of that one color in the Sephora palette. Otherwise, I would have just done kind of what I did now, where I take a warm bronzer. So that's my mistake. Like, that's why this right here is super dark on my cheek and this is not, because the Ulta one does have the warmth in there, and then you do have the darker shades that you can contour with. So I do prefer this one. I mean, I like this palette. I used it a lot back in the day, and then when I repurchased it for this video, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be using that a ton again, because it's just such a good all-around palette to have, to travel with, to keep in your makeup bag, like whatever. I'm gonna give a point to each because they're both very different things, even though they're contour palettes. This is like a true contour palette, like an ABH dupe, I would say. Now going into blushes, I tried to really nail the blush colors. I did the best I could online. Again, I think the packaging definitely goes to Sephora for majority of their items, but it's not about the outside, it's about what's on the inside, right folks? Ooh, that looks prettier than the actual outside package, to be honest with you. This has a little mirror, very cute. I've used Ulta Beauty blushes before and I do like them. They just don't have a lot of shades. Like, I need Ulta to expand their collection, because some of their formulas are really great, but then like once you have your set color, there's not much more you can really experiment with. Sephora has a ton of colors, so let's just go ahead and give them a point for that too. Gonna use a IT Cosmetics brush for the Ulta, which I don't really like this color, to be honest with you. This is in the shade Flamingo. This does have a bit of a sheen, and you guys know how I feel about blushes with a sheen, so that's just not my favorite. There she is. Don't love that color at all. It's like ashy. It's weird. I don't know. Not a big fan of that. On the other side, I will take the Sephora one. I feel like I'm already going to give this one to Sephora because I like the color better. So this is in the shade Shame on You. And I'm going to apply that. This is a matte blush. And I do prefer this one. Actually, you know what's really probably throwing you guys off that I didn't even realize? I have this freaking mirror in the way. So it was like making this side look extra dark. I apologize about that. Definitely prefer the Sephora. Give Sephora the point for that. Love this. And they also, like I said, have a ton of different colors as well. I apologize so much for that. For highlighter, I do have a palette from Sephora and then a just compact from Ulta. So the price here is going to obviously be different because you're getting more shades with the Sephora, but it does look really pretty, so we're going to try it. This is the Sephora Collection Metallic palette. This packaging is so pretty. There's like only one color I could really use in here, and it's going to be that one. This is what it looks like. I think more so I could definitely use these as eyeshadows, but for face I can really only work with like this one. It's the only one that's kind of light enough to do that with. And then for Ulta, this is the Golden Hour highlighter. I don't know if I've tried an Ulta Beauty highlighter before. This one is 10 from Ulta. The metallic palette from Sephora was 28, which if I could, I would take that back. I don't know the process. I didn't go into Ulta for these, but you can take this easily out of the package. Taking Jacqueline's brush and targeting that right in here. I don't mind it. It's definitely smooth. It's not like incredibly pigmented, but it is making you glow, you know what I mean? It's not like bam in your face, but if that's what you're looking for, because some people don't want their highlight to be stark white, you know? I think it's nice. It's a smooth formula. I like that. That's in Golden Hour. All right, I'm taking the lightest shade in this palette. I'm using this brush to literally just blend everything out. And I don't like pinky highlights on me. It's pretty. I would say more so I would like this palette as like an eyeshadow, possibly. Not so much a face palette. Yeah, like that is an eyeshadow. Gorgeous. So pretty. Darker skin tones. So pretty. Like some of these tones would be really pretty on darker skin tones, but for me personally, I would have to go with the Ulta side on this one. It was more affordable. I'll use this shade more, and it just goes to Ulta. All right, let's dive into some dang eyeshadow. So this one, let's see, for Sephora, we have the Eye Bloom eyeshadow palette. This was $14. How pretty is this little package here? Tried to get palettes that were very similar, again, with the really pretty packaging. The packaging gets a point over Ulta. Point for Sephora. Let's take a look at these shades. I did try my best to get like very similar shades and palettes. All right, the Ulta palette was 20 bucks. Sephora was 14. Makes sense though because you get more shades in the Ulta palette. There you go. This is as close as I could get it, but very similar shades in each palette for sure, like specific shades. I'm just gonna go in, do a really easy eye look, let you know which one looks best formula-wise, blending-wise. We're gonna dive right in. First, Sephora. So with the eyeshadow, the Ulta side is definitely more of a taupe purple. Definitely different colors, but I feel like I like the Sephora formula a little bit better. I feel like it blended just a little bit better. It's not as choppy as the Ulta side, but I do like the colors of the Ulta one more. I'm gonna give this one to Sephora. I do like the shades, like the shade selections in this one, but when it comes down to it, I care more about formula. Moving into eyelash curlers. So we have the Sephora one and the Ulta one. I'm gonna have all the prices up in here so you guys can see, so I don't have to keep going back and forth. I prefer the feel and the way that this sits on my fingers, the Sephora one, than I do the Ulta. The Ulta one gives me horrible anxiety because I don't know, I feel like my fingers aren't really like cupped in here, and at any moment my fingers could slip off and then the eyelash curler can twist, rip out my eyelashes. That's happened to me before, and as I was using it, that's all I could think about was like, keep this hand steady. So I prefer the Sephora one. I don't know about them necessarily how well they curl. Like, it looked like they both curled the same amount, so I'm gonna go with Sephora on this one just because I feel like I'm not gonna rip my eyelashes out with this design. Next we have liquid eyeliner. So this one's a toss-up. I really actually like both of them, but for different reasons, but I am going to give the point to Ulta. They both are basically called fine felt tip liners. You have the Sephora fine felt tip liner, and then you have the micro felt tip liner from Ulta. Ulta is definitely smaller felt tip wise. Ulta is on top, Sephora is on bottom. I don't think you can really tell, but it is just a little bit smaller. I am preferring the Ulta one mainly because the felt tip has a little bit more give. With the Sephora one, you can definitely go over eyeshadow and not have to build it up. It's pretty black. It's definitely more black than the Ulta one. So I would say if you care about that more, go with the Sephora one. But with the Ulta one, the felt tip has a little bit more give to it. It is a little bit smaller, but it's not that hard to work with. If anything, I really like the wing that I got with it today. But you do have to definitely build up the eyeliner over eyeshadow. It's not going to be as pigmented as the Sephora, but when it comes down to performance, I would rather build it up than have a stiff felt tip. That's a little bit harder to work with, but I do like both, and both of them are matte. I think they both could get a point, but I would prefer the Ulta one if I had to pick between the two. So mascara, I'll have to keep you guys updated on, but I think just based off of what I'm seeing and like how they applied, I'm gonna go with the Ulta one, and the only reason why I was gonna do this one as a wash because I wasn't really impressed by either. I can usually tell right away if I like a mascara or not. This one, I don't feel like it did anything, and the brush, I didn't like it. The Ulta one, I felt the same exact way, but I didn't realize you had this little area right here where you can do the amounts. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. Basically what happens is when you're doing this, while it's in the package, you can do it outside and like watch the brush twist. I kind of showed you guys that in the clip. You could twist it all the way to 4, which is like the maximum volume, and it twists the comb. I don't know how it does it, but I definitely got more volume when I went to the 4 than when I was on the 1. When I was on the 1, I was like, okay, what is this? But then the 4 was definitely better. So I'm gonna try this without eyeliner and see if I still like it. But if I had to pick between the two, it would definitely be the Ulta mascara. I don't know what happened, but I got a black glitter eyeliner from Ulta instead of just black. So these are just like pencil liners. I prefer the Sephora one. I think it's definitely more black, even though I did get the black glitter in this one. The actual formula of this one is just a little bit easier to glide on, and like I said, it's just super nice and black. So I'm gonna give this one to Sephora. I really like this one. So I did forget brows. I am shocked I forgot brows. I had to check my receipts. I was like, are you kidding me? So I'm gonna have to put brows on. I am gonna put some lashes on, and then we'll come back, do the lips, and we will finally wrap up this video. For lip liners, we have the Sephora Midday Rosé. It's super cute. These are both retractable lip liners, which is the only kind of lip liners I really enjoy. This looks like my kind of color, so let's see. Oh, it's a little light. Dang it. Formula seems nice though. Seems nice and creamy, so I'll just go darker next time. Darker lip liner whenever I'm shopping. And then this Ulta one is called, this is the Ulta Automatic Lip Liner in Bloom. I've used Ulta lip liners before and really like them, as well as the liquid lips that I'm about to share with you. I've used their liquid lips before. They're just a really good formula. I am so for affordable lip liners and stuff because there are so many good ones out there. There's like no sense in buying high-end lip liners. Both are really creamy. They're just different colors. Hey, that's okay. Let's hope the lip colors look at least a little bit similar. So this is the Sephora Cream Lip Stain in Pink Cashmere. I actually like that color a lot. And then we have the Ulta Beauty Velvet Matte Lipsticks in Aurora. So the lip color, you know, I could have done better, but here we are. So yeah, Sephora, Ulta. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Ulta one all over, and then I'm going to put the Sephora one in the center, but for the sake of the video, I did want to do half and half so you could see. But they both feel very similar. Maybe the Ulta one is a bit more lightweight than the Sephora. All right, guys, that is it for this video. I am so curious to hear your thoughts on which side you like better. I'm gonna be honest, I like the Ulta side better. Even though the foundation shade was so off, we kind of had to make it work, you know? I feel like my skin texture just looks smoother than the Sephora side does, but I do like the eyeliner on the Sephora side. Also, if you're wondering about the lashes I'm wearing, these are the Lily lashes in Miami. Love Lily lashes. But I like the highlighter better on this side. I think I like the face powder too. Bronzer aspect, I really like that a bit more. So my opinion, I'm going with Ulta, but for different color selections, packaging, all of that, Sephora definitely wins on that part. So let me know what side you prefer down below in the comments, or just which products you thought worked best. I would love to hear it. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you all in my next one.